Earth signs, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a great October. We're going to take a look at what you've got going on for the month of November. What is going to be your monthly forecast? If you hear a lot of noise, road noise outside of my window, it's because it's rush hour where I am in Texas, okay? Let's do a 7-card Lenormand spread to kind of get a general overview of what your November is going to feel like. So something's moving fast for you air signs. I mean like zipping through. You know how like old mail carriers who rode horses through the United States used to like run through the night, all day, all night, right? That's kind of what I'm getting through here. Like something's going to rush through your environment, physical, spiritual, emotional, that kind of thing. And it's going to be a bit disruptive. It's going to be like in the middle of the night kind of sensation. Like this came out of absolutely nowhere. I was hard asleep. That kind of surprise, okay? This is something that you've wanted. Oh, have you wanted a family for a while, Earth signs? You've wanted to establish a home with somebody for a minute. The rider lands on the house of the house right here, which can be about things happening behind closed doors. Maybe something's been accumulating for you and now it's gaining steam and it's kind of rolling down the hill, if you will. This lands on the house of the tree. It's the 5th Lenormand card. And that is about something growing out gradually over time that's also connected to family, deep roots, family tree, literally. It's also a spiritual connection. So this could be a home that Spirit wants to create with you and another person. Or it could just be you, Earth signs. Maybe Spirit wants you to be their oracle, in a sense. An oracle kind of in their own temple. People come to them for advice, right? Maybe not so much. Maybe that doesn't resonate with you, okay? You should take these all as it resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Leave it for somebody else. This is going to be a cycle that gets repeated in the public eye. So people have been watching you head towards this family that you've wanted so much now. They've been watching you head towards this person for a while. It might be that you've done this in stair steps. You've kind of like looped your way eventually towards this family, this home that you want to establish, this household. This is about emotional authority. People look up to you for emotional advice. You're incredibly sturdy. You've got water flowing through you, but it's not flooding over you. This is all about your intuition. You might have some family members or friends, some chosen family members who are highly intuitive. They might be part of your new household too. You might be marrying a friend of yours. You might be coming into a relationship, like building a family with kids or for kids together. I am seeing you being a little bit separate when it comes to talking about what's going on with you looping through all of this stuff to get here. Right, some of this has been behind the scenes. This is also about emotional isolation. your family's been watching you go through this cycle. And maybe you've had some support, earth signs, and maybe some earth signs haven't had any support. This is definitely a kind of hermit moment. The universe wanted you here, away from the public, quite possibly. Yeah, I noticed that this is more like a daytime theming, and this is absolutely meant to be night. So it might be that you're the kind of person who just kind of like, your ship passes in the night, so to speak, when it comes to friends and family. Like, you're in the same place, but you never manage to see each other. Emotionally, physically, spiritually, that kind of thing. It might have been very disconcerting, very disorienting because you enjoy having your foundation in friends and family. Feels good. You enjoy having your feet rooted in a good job. That also feels really good. Yeah, same here, right? I've got my Venus and Taurus. I like feeling secure. Okay, so that's enough for the Lenormand reading. Let's move into a Celtic cross. That's the 7th sphere Lenormand from Labyrinthos. This is the White Newman Tarot from Alba BG. It's an individual artist. I think I said let's do a Celtic cross, but in case I didn't, we're doing one. So the phrase I should say that's coming to mind is bad timing. And there's that rider kind of thing coming in through the night. This might feel really pretty disruptive, this new person coming in, this whole establishing of this household that you really, really want. I see that growing up here. It's like there's some final details before this turns this way. It'll be a little bit like it's like the situation here needs to settle before it turns up this way. Right now, it's going to feel like it's some bad timing. It's going to feel like you're letting go of quite a bit of money. Again, it's going to be pretty disruptive. This is going to be unlike anything you've ever been through before. This person that you're going to meet is going to be unlike anyone you've ever met before. So, in this case, that's about the Page of Swords being upright. Okay, excuse me. Spirit said this came out actually in reverse, like this, so it should be this way. Excuse me, please. This is where it's kind of difficult to let go of some old thought patterns. You might have some nicely entrenched habits, and as a Venus and Taurus, I get that completely. I have a love-hate relationship with my routines that, aren't the greatest, right? Like my work, job routines, that kind of thing. But in other cases, like it feels comfortable, and I really see a lot of. Now, I wanted to say water signs just a second ago. You might have some water energy in your chart. That water energy might help you flow if you tap into that. And really, just tapping into water energy to begin with would be most helpful. But I see there being a little bit of a struggle to adapt to all the new that's coming from this situation. I'm feeling that in November, you are getting this thing that you've been chasing for a while. And I know that the dog is not appearing in the Lenormand spread, right? But the rider is, and that is about speed and going after something, going after a goal. I see you being pretty alone before you come into this disruptive situation that might feel like it's bad timing. The universe wants you to know that it is actually good timing for it, right? But it might be really disruptive again for you. How many times have I said that already? This might have been also about a breakup that led to this new situation that you're going through. There may also be some old things that you need to lay to rest with this old relationship. There might be some old habits, old ways of thinking about this old relationship that don't serve you going into the future. And that might be why this is so new and disruptive, why it's not like anything you've ever seen. Yeah, this is going to be completely new. And it's actually going to be a maladaptive pattern to get nostalgic for the past, because the past is closed. You're meant to move on from it. The universe really does not want you to double back there. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like Spirit wants me to go backwards. Like, it's normally read like this way. You would be going backwards to go with these old thought patterns. A therapist and some like cognitive behavioral therapy might really, really help with this part. And also just tapping into spirit, into your ancestors, I should say your guiding spirit, to kind of see what baby steps you can take towards kind of soothing your mental energies, right? Because that does need to be brought into play. But how can we bring this Page of Swords upright? That's about being excited for new things to talk about, new speech patterns, new thought patterns, that kind of thing. Now, for some earth signs, it may be that a marriage dissolved here. You're not meant to go back to this relationship. That's sad. But your guiding spirit is going to send people, well, it has been sending people your way to get you back on track here. And to also lead you down the correct path, lead you to the correct person, to the right situation where you can create a delightful family tree. Kind of slow going here. This is about carefully maybe looking over the plans for the future and building this home 3 times, 4 times, double checking them with a wealth manager, an accountant, something like that. Someone who can help you manage your finances, your resources as best as possible as you move into this new era. There's something about this. This is about innocent energy, also about some naivete. So this might be you being caught unaware with how difficult this new era is. I'm wondering if there aren't some earth signs that are reluctant to change. Like they're holding on to old habits because it's very, very comforting, right, with the 6 of Cups. But old habits with the 6 of Cups would be about destructive memories that we're kind of looking at with like super rose-colored glasses, like even more rosy than usual. It could be that times are difficult, and that makes it easier to look at the past with rose-colored glasses, because it's not like the bad times kind of tend to slip away from our memories more easily than the good times do, which could be a good thing. But for some earth signs, this is a new era you got coming up. Catching my throat, that was meant for somebody. So your external situation is that you're being pretty social, proactively social, hanging out with a lot of different people. Maybe you're going out to dinner and drinks a lot. Maybe you're going out to movies and concerts and shopping a lot. That looks like fun, actually. So it's kind of like this calm before the storm. Like before a tornado. I live in Texas, right? We've got experience with tornadoes around here. Right before a tornado comes through, everything is super, very quiet. It's creepy quiet, right? The alarms have gone off because maybe the electricity's been cut off because the tornado's been causing so much damage. But right before you hear the tornado start to roar through, you hear complete silence. Maybe a little bit of rain. But that's kind of what I'm feeling. This is the calm moment before the storm really, really takes off. Some friends are going to peel away from you, but there are other friends, 2, maybe 3, who are going to stick to you like rocks in the ground, right? Maybe that'll give you a good image or signs, but they're going to be utterly immovable. A tornado can hit a rock maybe, but will the rock move? Depending on how big it is, probably not. And some of these friends might be really, really incredible rocks, okay? Definitely don't let go of all friends when it comes to this 3 of Cups in this stormy situation. Let go of the ones who kind of peel away. Because you've got some wonderful people coming in that you're going to love them to pieces, dude. So I see you being afraid of not having enough to make this situation flow and work the way that you want it to do. Now, with the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, you've got these people wandering around the snow, but right behind them is a warm building that they can literally just open the door and walk in. That's that kind of energy right here. A therapist, you've got all kinds of professionals around you who can help you really take your mind off of the tremendous changes that are going on around you. This might feel, for real, like it's just catastrophic, that this isn't exactly what you were looking for. Yes, here it is, what you wanted, the family, the home, the household you wanted, but it isn't coming together exactly the way you thought it would. This is about reaching out to help to kind of adjust how you think about the situation. Because the universe is thrilled that this is happening for you, okay? And here is something new. If we can avoid going back to the past and offering a new situationship to the past, we can start planting delightful seeds that are going to grow into fruit trees for us in the future. And there we go with the tree kind of discussion. Once again, this is about planting incredibly good seeds, even if it's earthquakey for you right now. I almost wanted to say fire signs. So earth signs, you might have a little bit of fire energy in your chart, and that might also bring in some fire energy, maybe in a fiery kind of ritual if you wanted, in a positive way to kind of help motivate you through this interesting time, might be really valuable to you, okay? I'm getting Sagittarius, some Aries, Leo energy. You might have some of that in your birth chart, okay? But you might also like to channel that energy in powering your way to what the universe really wants for you in this situation. Earth signs, I hope you have a great day. Take care, please.